Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley with you. Hope you're having a good Wednesday here in the Triad area. It'll be interesting the next couple of hours to track all this. What are we looking at? Well, a little action popping up on radar. First time, long time. Anytime it sprinkles is a headline nowadays, the way our drought has gone. And we do have some rain moving into parts of our foothill communities right now. So we'll be tracking that for you. Also checking a big cool down for tomorrow, which is temporary, of course. But then going into the weekend, we have to talk about the heat wave. So there's a lot of different things coming our way, and we're glad to have you here to track it along with us. So let's get going. Here's a live look at the radar right now across parts of Surrey County. We're getting some decent rain. So what I'm going to do, I'll kind of go on a localized view of what's going on right now. Then we'll show you some projections of how this could proceed over the next few hours, why it probably won't amount to all that much, and then we'll talk about the next several days. So let's zoom in. This is your local radar coming in from Blacksburg, Virginia right now. And the encouraging thing is if I zoom into all of Surrey County right now, it gives us a totally full radar. Now, this isn't going to last forever. This is brief. But over the last 30 minutes, the radar has really filled in over Surrey. So from Mount Airy down through Dobson, decent rainfall is coming on in. Pilot Mountain would just be about to get in on some of that. We're seeing this right over here, just approaching Pilot Mountain, Hanging Rock as well. Stokes County looks like this. We're seeing some showers approaching you as well. They've weakened a little bit as they've been moving in from Virginia. So one of the trends that I'll follow is it weakening, holding intensity, or even getting stronger? So far, they have been weakening a little bit, and that's not the best trend. Although this downpour in Wilkes County, that's been popping up and kind of intensifying. So there are a few different ways to look at it, but I do see this overall as a positive. Now, if you're watching right now from Winston-Salem or Greensboro or areas like that, the odds of getting good rainfall are really low. But there's at least a chance of getting a couple of showers or some sprinkles out of this, which, like I say, we've got to kind of take what we've got at this moment. If you're up in Martinsville, by the way, you're starting to get some rainfall too. So Rockingham County, in the next hour, you could start to see some rain. Stokes, you're already getting in on this. Winston-Salem, closer to the next 2 hours. Greensboro, probably closer to 9 o'clock tonight. So that's kind of where we are right now. And if we're being picky about this, there is another line of showers and storms back in West Virginia. There's a small chance of some redevelopment on the back edge of this. So let's kind of take a look here as we walk through our timing. By around 8 to 9 o'clock, that would be when we could see more of this maybe reaching the Triad area. Closer to 9 and 10, there you go. And maybe another little blip on the radar by 11 o'clock. So essentially between now and midnight is when you'll want to try and get any rain that you can. Because I'll tell you this, if it doesn't rain tonight, you're not getting any rain for the next 6 days. It's just not going to happen. And that's not good news, of course, for where we are. And the heat, we'll talk about the heat. That's really going to flex its muscles as well. This is a cold front. This is a cold front moving in overnight. And what it'll do is it'll drop our temperature back pretty significantly. So for tomorrow, it's not that warm of a day. It'll be pretty cool, actually, day long. Mid-60s for the afternoon, cool air blowing in. In fact, we have a decent enough breeze as well. And we have what's called an upper level low. It's kind of spinning like this. These things are kind of notorious for producing more cloud cover than expected. So I'm expecting tomorrow to be kind of a cloudy day. It might look like it'll rain every now and then, but it won't. And it'll be cool. Cloudy, cool, and breezy is kind of the name of the game over the next little bit. So plan on that for tomorrow. But it is only a one-day cool down. Just one day. Because after that, we're going to start to get rid of the chill. We'll get rid of the cooler air. High pressure will build in. Friday's beautiful. Sunny, 70s. Comfortable. Friday's great. But then you start to look toward the weekend, and that's where the heat really starts to become a problem. By the Sunday timeframe especially, is when that 90-degree weather is a good bet, and we'll really see this lasting for days. So you can see kind of clearly across the country the weather pattern that's shaping up: cool weather in the west, hot weather in the east. And of course, we will be focused on the hot weather here in the east. So here's how I see the weekend right now: right around 85 for Saturday, 90 for Sunday. Hot weather is likely, humidity building in as well. It won't be there all the time, but once you get towards Sunday and early next week, that's when we'll start to get toward the humidity side of things. Beyond that, we'll look at dew points. That's your humidity trend going up by Monday and Tuesday of next week. And you'll start to feel it. We haven't really felt all that much with humidity in place around our area, but that'll start to change going into next week. So we know it's going to be hot. It's also probably not going to rain that much. So you might get a little something tonight, but you're not going to get rainfall this weekend, early next week, and maybe not the middle of next week. If we're being picky, there is some chance that by the middle of next week, this would be Wednesday, Thursday, you could start to see some scattered showers developing at that point because of all the humidity in the air. You could get some pop-up thunderstorms, these kind of things. That's something that does tend to happen when you have a hot and humid weather pattern. So could that change things around? Sure, but keep in mind when we're dealing with pop-up storms and pop-up showers, they don't hit everybody. That's just the nature of the beast. So I wouldn't get your hopes up all that much. We're still going to be, I think, in some trouble. So that's kind of where we're going. Here's the 7-day forecast. I'll leave this with you here for you to peruse. Again, the live radar popping a little bit. We'll show you more of that throughout the rest of the show here. But temperatures in the 60s for tomorrow is the best that we can do. It'll feel breezy. It'll feel blustery even with some cooler air sliding on in. By Friday, that's when we'll start to see a little bit of warmth. Temperatures will be in the 70s, and then Saturday we're back to the 80s, and just kind of like a mix radio station, we're going up and up and up, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today by the end of the weekend. So that's kind of where we're going. That's your forecast, and we'll be right back here in just about 2 or so minutes, joined as always by Brad Panovich in Charlotte.